Hello, I'm pleased to have the opportunity to talk to you today and talk to you about what we've brought to market and where we're headed with Oracle Hospitality Distribution. My name's Tom Colthurst. I lead the team working on new innovation and have had the opportunity to partner with great hotels and distribution partners alike. And we'll show you today what we're up to. In this process, I've been able to, like I said, talk to a lot of partners, one of those being Expedia. And recently, in a conversation with Lisa Chen, who's an executive there, she talked about their partnership with us at Oracle here and how that really unlocks instant scale for our customers like yourselves to reach Expedia's really high quality travelers, while also providing the travelers with the benefit of being able to connect directly with the Opera customers. So this is really important, and this is how we are removing the barriers to true direct connects, bringing online travel agencies and all channels to be connected directly with Opera. I thought I would start today to talk about some of the industry trends. There's been a lot going on that's been affecting distribution. One of the big ones really around changing stay patterns. We've seen from what we were seeing in 2019 change dramatically through the pandemic. And what has happened is there's been a period of time where a lot of bookings were being made very close in. There's been a lot of changes and a lot of cancellations of bookings as policies and processes have changed for travel. So with that high number of close-in bookings, that's now starting to trend to longer booking windows in many markets. Marriott has pointed this out to a lengthening of that booking window in their latest reporting. And then Airbnb stated, the trend of 28 plus day stays continues to grow. And they believe that line between living and working and travel are really starting to blur because of that increased flexibility with remote work. With all of these changes, Expedia recently stated, the increased cancel rates in July, were a result of a lot of increased volatility in that travel demand. And likely these are related to the changes that we've seen with new variants and how and when people are able to travel, when they can cross borders. So we'll continue to see an evolving, changing stay patterns that are really affecting the way that you handle your distribution. These changing stay patterns have played a role in how we see people traveling more domestically in many regions of the world. Airbnb recently stated domestic within country travel remains one of their strongest areas, right? It's 73% of their nights. And additionally, when we look at keyword searches, so when people go to Google and other search engines around the world, there's a really high increase in what we've seen around kind of day trips near me or weekend getaways, really pointing to that more domestic travel and how people are really starting to travel more domestically. So we've already quoted Airbnb on some of their insights on distribution during these times of change, and we continue to see a trend around alternative accommodations grow as well. So when we look at that, their active listings in non-urban destinations in Europe and North America grew by 8%. So they're continuing to see a growth in their alternative accommodations and their active listings. And this really leads to all of these things leading to how do I identify those leading indicators, because there is so much change. Some of that's around rate. Hilton thinks that that rate is going to be one of those things that that's going to be really unusual, because compared to any other recent period in time, it's going to have a very rapid return. So yes, there's discounting going on now to attract travelers, but they believe that it'll rebound very quickly. And then, as we talk about China and North America leading the recovery in a lot of the statistics that we've talked about, for some context, US was 80%, 82% of Expedia's total revenue in the second quarter of 2021. Compare that back to second quarter 2019, and the US was 58% of their total revenue. So you can really see how some of those areas, as they rebound, are rebounding pretty quickly. And we'll start to see that in some other areas, I expect, moving forward. When we look at some other improvements around the globe, Hyatt recently stated that international improved for only a few points off of 2019, right? So they're very close to their 2019, and that was primarily because of their outperformance in China, which was offset by the worsening areas in other regions. Again, as we start to see how varying regulations around cross-border travel, domestic travel, and people's comfort with travel. All of these trends require you to have a platform that's really going to allow you to create offers and promotions that can be easily taken from a marketing idea, right? So you come up with this new promotion that you want to get out to market, and how do you quickly get that distributed to all of your channels so that your guests can take advantage of those unique experiences and offers that meet the travel demands that they're looking for at that point in time for the region that you're in, for the type of traveler and the type of hotel that you're offering. So let's imagine a world where you're a revenue manager and you can create that new offer and that promotion directly in the Opera system and have it immediately available out to the various distribution channels, and know that that guest can then purchase that, and that will be fulfilled through their entire guest journey, right? So they're going to know what experience they're purchasing, and they're going to be able to know all of your policies and information about your hotel all the way through check-in and through their stay and beyond, through checkout, and hopefully as a returning guest moving forward. So, many of us have seen this kind of standard distribution landscape, and this really starts to talk about the many components of our Opera Cloud suite. The piece that we're really focused on here today is the Oracle Hospitality distribution, and our ability to provide a new availability, rates, and inventory engine connecting out to all of the distribution channels moving forward. We've created this new pricing engine with the power and capabilities of Opera, so all of the pricing capabilities that you're used to, and architected it to handle the demands of all distribution channels so that we can handle all of the shopping and transaction processing for all of those channels and provide new pricing capabilities as we move forward, so that as you want to start to price your hotel differently, this new pricing engine can provide that and be connected out to all of the distribution channels. So if we look at this today on the left-hand side of my screen, we've already connected directly with Expedia and Booking.com. So we're able today to push availability, rates, and inventory out from this new platform directly to Expedia and Booking.com, and have that information flow with the reservations back down to our Opera platforms. That could be Opera Cloud. It also is connected with Opera 5 and Suite 8. So we work with various different versions of our property management system. But we will continue to grow and add more channels as we move through the latter part and the next few months to connect with booking engines, additional OTAs, channel managers, and the GDS system. So all of those partners will be able to either connect directly with our platform, as we'll work with them for that, or we'll leverage what you've already heard about or will hear about in the Oracle Hospitality Integration Platform, where we make our APIs for distribution publicly available, so any distribution partner can connect. That's whether it's a direct partner or indirect. And that platform then allows them to connect, and it allows you as a hotelier then to easily access that through the platform, activate that channel, and start managing rates and availability directly out to that channel. So, like I said, booking engines will be included in that. We have a lot of hotel customers that use various types of booking engines, and we'll start to provide these APIs to booking engine platforms so that they can connect directly to the platform as well. So in summary here, it's really about making sure that when you're logged into Opera, whatever version you're using, that you can manage your rates and availability, you can create new offers, and that you have a single platform that you're logged into to manage out to any of the distribution channels that were connected, and providing that direct connect to our platform without having to use potentially some type of third-party system for that connectivity. So what does this mean for you? I think there's a few kind of key areas that really make a difference here for what we're doing with Oracle Hospitality Distribution. First, we really want to make sure that we're improving operational efficiencies so that you're logging into a single system to create your offers, to do your revenue management, and to do your channel management, and know that all of those channels are connected directly into this one system. We're providing a new pricing engine so that you have a single system of record for all of your availability, rates, and inventory. Again, leveraging all of those pricing capabilities that we have today. But again, and then in moving forward, we will allow you to have new pricing capabilities around how you sell various attributes of your hotel, how you sell by length of stay, how you sell by time increment, and all of these new and different ways that we can start to look at how an offer is presented and merchandised to your hotels. We've done this by making sure that we have an intuitive UI. So when you go in, let's say, and do channel management, and you're managing rates and availability, and you have to say, what is my rate code in one system and compare it to another system, you shouldn't have to guess to do that. So we've made that so that it's happening in real time, and that we can do a real-time lookup from those third parties to show you exactly what the mapping should be. If we can reduce those mapping errors, you're going to get more reservations, you're going to have less errors, you're going to have an easier system to use with that assistive rate and room mapping. And like I said, it's happening with a brand new UI that's leveraging off of what we've already done with Opera Cloud, providing you that single system to manage all of your rates and availability, just as you do today in Opera. So you would continue to use the same rate screens, and providing the new capabilities around channel management, and providing more and more of those channels as we move forward. So where we differentiate ourselves from a technical perspective is, I think, really where you would expect, right? From a distribution side, we have to be very high performing to ensure that we can handle very high loads of shopping, and that we can be globally available and provide the security that is needed for that. So we've done that by building this platform in the latest Oracle Cloud infrastructure, making it globally available around the world so that it can perform for any hotel anywhere in the world, and that we can do that high scalability architecture to make it available all the time. Because we've developed this in microservices, we can deploy new functionality very rapidly, and we can deploy those new enhancements with zero downtime. Again, ensuring that you have the right system that is meeting your needs. So a little bit more on kind of where are we headed. I've touched on some of these things, but it's really exciting to think about what and when do you create an offer, and where does your guest get to see that offer. So it's a lot around making sure that we have channel management. It's around how an offer is created and where we can leverage AI and machine learning to put those offers together for the right guest. Let me give you an example. Today, many of you, when you create your rooms and rates and you have these various offers out there, you set a sort order for those. And you say, I want this one to be first and that one to be second. What if you had a world where the system knew something about that guest, that it's 2 adults and 2 kids showing up for the weekend, and it's the summertime, and the system automatically looks at your offers out there, and it knows the likelihood of what that person would purchase and resort orders your products so that you can convert more guests. That's just one of the areas where we're really taking data-driven insights and using AI to really change how we can merchandise your hotel and how you can get more reservations, right? And help your conversion rate moving forward. Additionally, we have to look at all of the various GDPR and PCI and other payment regulations out there and make sure that it all provides that security and legal regulations pieces so that you don't have to worry about that. And that we can, by being in the cloud, obviously we can then provide those updates and make sure all of that information is there. And then finally, providing these open APIs so that we really can connect to any new distribution channel that you want to connect with by just having them access the APIs through our marketplace. And so if there's a new emerging channel, they certainly are interested in connecting with Oracle. We can make that very easy and seamless for them as well. So I think, we've done a lot of work already. We're very excited about what we've done with connecting with Expedia and Booking, as they are excited about it as well. Our initial customers have given us great feedback, and we look forward to additional customers moving forward. So just in some final takeaways, this is really about innovation. We are leveraging the latest Oracle Cloud capabilities. We are finding new ways and different ways to connect with distribution channels. And we're really working to become the single system of record for your availability and rates and inventory for all of your direct and indirect channels. The distribution landscape is changing. We all are having to adapt. I talked about it at the beginning, right? Where stay patterns change and wanting to sell by attributes and the need for someone to have a specific guest experience and know exactly what that experience is going to be when they arrive. We're building that by having this flexible system with a new pricing engine, with channel management at its core that allows you to meet those robust and flexible needs. And because we're in most cases here, we are your opera property management system as well, then we can do some things that other platforms wouldn't be able to do around how that experience is delivered and how it's booked, whether it's booking the specific room number or it's other pieces of how we can deliver that stay. So I think, the final piece here, the final takeaway is we want to make sure that your teams can quickly react to those market conditions. They can create those new offers. They can be enabled quickly. They can go out to all the distribution channels that you want them to. And at the end of the day, it really becomes about growing and your revenue and getting more guests. So thank you. I think it's a very exciting time for us here today. And I look forward to talking to many of you and answering your questions in the coming sessions.